What's up, car lovers? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button because today, we've got something incredibly special. I'm standing in front of a machine that's not just a car, it's a symbol of raw power, precision engineering, and head-turning design. Yep, you guessed it, this is the all-new 2026 Audi R8, and not just any R8, this one's dipped in a blazing, searing orange, and let me tell you, it's not trying to hide. It's here to be seen, to be heard, and to dominate. In this in-depth review, we're going to break down everything about this beast, from its jaw-dropping exterior styling, to the high-tech and luxurious interior, then we'll dive into that spine-tingling performance, and finally, we'll cover the pricing and whether this thing is worth your money in 2026. So buckle up, this is going to be one hell of a ride. Exterior. Let's talk about the first thing that hits you the moment you lay eyes on this car, the exterior. Audi didn't just tweak the 2026 R8, they refined it like a blade, and it looks sharper than ever. Now, let's start with the color. This orange isn't just bright, it's volcanic. It has a deep pearl metallic finish that dances under the sunlight, with golden undertones in some angles and fiery red glints in others. It screams speed even when the car is sitting still. This isn't the color you pick if you want to blend in, it's the color you pick if you want every head on the road turning your way. And trust me, they will. The front fascia has evolved, too. The signature Audi single-frame grille is now wider and more aggressive. It's got a dark honeycomb mesh that contrasts perfectly with the body color. The new laser headlights are slimmer, more angular, and give off a futuristic vibe. These lights are ridiculously bright and crisp, with dynamic turn signals that put on a mini light show every time you lock or unlock the car. Down on the side, the stance of the R8 is lower than ever, with deep sculpted lines that flow like air over the flared wheel arches. It sits on 20-inch matte titanium alloy wheels wrapped in ultra-high-performance tires. The carbon ceramic brakes peek through those spokes, not just for show, but to bring this V10 monster to a screeching halt from 200 miles per hour with no fade. And don't miss the carbon fiber side blades, a classic R8 signature, now with a more aerodynamic design and better integration into the body. Around the back, you've got a full-width LED taillight bar that pulses to life when you start the car. The dual oval exhausts are finished in black chrome and sit under a redesigned diffuser that just screams downforce. This car doesn't just look fast, it is fast. But before we get into that, let's take a look inside. Interior. Opening the door feels like opening a vault. Solid, refined, but effortless. Inside the 2026 Audi R8, you're immediately enveloped in a cocoon of Alcantara, leather, carbon fiber, and cutting-edge technology. The cabin is minimalist, but in that high-performance, driver-focused kind of way. Everything is tilted towards the driver, no center infotainment screen, just the 12.3-inch Audi virtual cockpit, which does it all. Speed, NAV, media, performance gauges, it's all in front of you, crisp and vibrant. And now it runs on Audi's updated MyB4 system, which means it's smoother and faster than ever. You sit in racing bucket seats that are heavily bolstered, wrapped in a mix of Nappa leather and suede, with orange contrast stitching that matches the exterior. They're heated, electronically adjustable, and surprisingly comfortable even for long drives. There's carbon fiber everywhere, on the dash, center console, doors, and it's not fake. This is the real deal. The flat-bottom steering wheel is thick, leather-wrapped, and loaded with tactile buttons including the performance selector and engine start. Push that start button, and the V10 roars to life like a wild animal just woke up, but more on that in a minute. The center console is minimal, with just a few toggle switches, the gear selector, and a dial for the virtual cockpit. No clutter. Just performance. And yet, despite the race car feel, you still get dual-zone climate control, a Bang & Olufsen premium sound system with 13 speakers, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and even a bit of cargo space behind the seats and under the front hood. Not much, but enough for a weekend bag. This cabin strikes a near-perfect balance between track-ready minimalism and daily drivable comfort, and that's no easy feat, but none of that would matter if the performance didn't deliver. So let's get to the heart of the beast. Performance. Alright, here's where things get truly exciting. Under that rear engine cover, nestled like a jewel, is a naturally aspirated 5.2-liter V10 engine, and yes, Audi is sticking with it, even in 2026, when most of the world is moving to hybrids and EVs. This masterpiece of an engine puts out a colossal 620 horsepower and 427 lb-ft of torque, revving all the way up to a screaming 8,700 RPM. And with the revised intake and exhaust tuning for 2026, it sounds more alive than ever. Forget turbos, this is pure, linear, visceral power. Power goes to all four wheels through Audi's legendary Quattro all-wheel drive system, paired with a 7-speed S-tronic dual-clutch transmission that bangs through gears so fast you'll think it's reading your mind. 0 to 60. Just 3.0 seconds flat. Top speed. 205 miles per hour. But stats only tell part of the story. The way this car feels on the road is something else entirely. Steering is laser precise, with perfect weight and feedback. The suspension. With adaptive magnetic ride, reads the road 1,000 times a second and keeps the car flat and planted through corners while still absorbing bumps on rough pavement. Put it in comfort mode, and you could daily this thing without breaking your spine. Switch to dynamic, and the R8 transforms into a road-legal race car. The exhaust opens up, throttle response sharpens, and the whole car just comes alive beneath you. Audi's done a phenomenal job with the chassis tuning. Whether you're carving up a canyon road or hitting triple digits on the Autobahn, the R8 never feels twitchy or unstable. It inspires total confidence. And yes, Audi has added a new drift mode to the 2026 R8, thanks to some revised torque vectoring logic. Not that we recommend using that on public roads, but take it to the track, and you'll see what this car is really capable of. This car isn't just about going fast in a straight line, it's about being connected to the drive in a way that few modern cars still allow. That's what makes it special. Price and final thoughts. Now, let's talk numbers. As you might expect, all this performance and precision comes at a price. The 2026 Audi R8 Coupe V10 Performance Quattro starts at around $172,000, but this particular model, with the optional carbon exterior package, carbon ceramic brakes, upgraded B&O sound system, and this gorgeous custom orange paint, is spec'd closer to $195,000. Yes, that's a serious chunk of change, but when you compare it to other cars in this segment, like the Lamborghini Huracan Technica or the McLaren Artura, the R8 holds its own, and then some. It offers a more usable, livable supercar experience without sacrificing that all-important thrill factor. And here's something to remember, the 2026 R8 may very well be one of the last naturally aspirated V10s we'll ever see. That alone gives it a kind of collector's appeal. This is not just a car, it's the end of an era. So who is this car for? It's for the enthusiast who wants a supercar they can actually drive, one that doesn't demand sacrifices in daily usability. It's for the person who values feel and emotion over sheer specs. And yeah, it's for someone who wants to show up, stand out, and turn every single head on the boulevard. Outro. So there you have it, the full breakdown of the 2026 Audi R8 in this fiery orange spec. A car that's as bold to look at as it is thrilling to drive. From its gorgeous design, to its race-bred interior, and that glorious V10 engine, this thing is a true performance icon. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below telling us what you think of the new R8. Would you buy it over a McLaren or a Lambo? Or do you think it's time for Audi to move on from the V10? Thanks for riding with us today. Until next time, stay fast, stay passionate, and we'll see you in the next one.